Well, ladies and gentlemen, after weeks of waiting, it's finally time. Let's dive right in. Hey guys, the Black Critic Guy, and I'm finally back with another anime review for BCG Sports Month. You thought I forgot, didn't you? But I didn't. And I'm here today to review the anime Free. And you're probably wondering to yourself, why hasn't he put his shirt back on? Well, that's because I will be doing this entire review shirtless. Hashtag no shame. Plus, in a show that displays the male figure in all of its glory, why not give the ladies a little bit more fan service? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're probably puking right now, aren't you? Yup. Now, Free follows a group of friends who as kids were a part of a swim team together that reunite with each other in high school and form a swim club. And along the way, they face new challenges, make new friends, deal with past issues, and rekindle old friendships. Now, when I first heard of Free back in 2013, it was all over the place. I mean, all I was hearing was free this, free that, and when I say it in that context, it makes it sound like you're getting something for free, but that's not what I mean. I mean, fangirls were going nuts over the shirtless guys. Guys were getting all pissed and irritated about the girls talking about the shirtless guys, but I never really heard anybody talk about the story or the characters. All they were talking about was just the fan service of the show. So it kind of got me interested to see what type of story was in this anime. So, it being sports month, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna put Free in the poll, and my god, it got like the second most votes in the entire poll, so of course I had to go see it. And after watching the anime, and I did see both seasons, just in case if you were wondering, I have to say, I enjoyed this anime. You know, when you get past the fan service and the melodrama, it's actually a decent anime with a well-told story and some interesting characters. The animation done by Kyoto Animation is serene and beautiful. It is without a doubt the most gorgeous looking sports anime I've ever seen. Which isn't really saying much considering I haven't seen a lot of sports anime, but I digress. It still is fantastic animation. From the overall style of the anime to the bright and colorful backgrounds that just make you feel like you're there and it makes the scene come to life, to the character designs which are solid for each and every character, to the movements of the characters during their swim meets. I mean, they move so smoothly in the water, it looks so realistic. Now, the anime isn't available on English dub just yet, but from their Wikipedia page, it seems like Funimation has already casted a few actors and actresses to voice the characters for the second season, but nothing on the first season, which I find kind of bizarre. But the reason that I bring up the voice acting is, although it was pretty serviceable in this anime, I will give this anime huge credits in the second season, in their second to last episode, where two characters travel to a place and they got not only did they get the accents down very well, but also the English wasn't as broken as in other animes that I've seen that tried to attempt making characters speak English. I mean, it sounded really good, and it didn't sound cartoony either. The story and overall tone of the anime is very melodramatic, something that I did not expect to see at all in this anime, especially after seeing Kuroko no Basket. I thought it was going to be in the same vein as that anime, but it wasn't. But to the anime's credit, for the most part, they handled the drama very well, and they embraced the whole melodramatic tone of the anime, which really helps for this anime to really stand out and make a name for itself in the sports genre. Where Kuroko no Basket decided to take the over-the-top shonen action direction, which is very enticing, Free decided to go for a more emotional appeal with its storytelling, which makes a whole lot of sense why a lot of girls like this show as well. And when you mix the emotional appeal with the competitive spirit of the anime, you really get this whole shonen shonen shoujo hybrid kind of vibe. Also, in regards to the story, there's this very interesting and well done subplot in the second season dealing with what the main characters are going to do after high school. Like, what are their plans for the future, where they want to be, and I really loved how they tackled it in the anime. It was really well done, and you feel the emotion and the anxiety that the characters are feeling about what's going to be next, what their future's going to be like. Something that most high schoolers feel when they're about to head off to college. You know, what path do they want to take? The characters were a mixed bag for me. Some of them I really liked and enjoyed, while others I just didn't really care for or completely forgot about them. But I can't deny that most of the characters had some good development given to them, and I love that they explored many of their backstories where you get an understanding of where the characters are coming from. Again, a great quality to have in a drama-filled anime. But there's only one character in this anime that I absolutely loved. Like, he was without a doubt my favorite character in the anime, and probably is gonna be one of my favorite characters of all time. I'm not even lying. And that is Ray. I love this guy. He is without a doubt the most interesting and well-developed character that goes through so many changes and grows so much throughout the entire anime. I mean, he starts off being the only person that isn't really a part of the friends group from the past. He is a new person, and he has to get acclimated to their style and kind of get to know them a little bit better. And he doesn't know how to swim at all. He's a complete newbie to the swim world, and I just love seeing him grow throughout this entire anime. And his backstory was interesting. His relationship with Nagisa was really good, and I'll probably touch on that a little bit later. But I love everything about this character. He's just really cool. I love how he always looks at things and he tries to analyze them, and he finds things really beautiful. He was just a fantastic character, and honestly, I wish he was the main character, because he was just more fascinating than the rest of them. It would have been great to have an anime that focuses on somebody that has no idea how to swim or anything about swimming, and he kind of grows from that. That's a great anime to watch. And I'll also say that I really enjoyed Makoto. No, not that one! Oh, thank God. Whew! That was a close one, guys. Makoto is without a doubt the most level-headed character in the entire anime, with the kindest heart. He truly cares about all of his friends, and each episode that's centered around him I really enjoyed. He's just a really fun and interesting character. And the relationships in the anime are very strong. Not only do you feel a strong friendship with characters, but you really feel like they all work together very well as a team. I really enjoyed seeing the rivalry between Haru and Rin. It was very interesting and compelling in the first season, and how it ended was really well done. And I'm gonna say this right now, and I'm probably going to touch upon this topic a little later in the review, but I really enjoyed Nagisa and Rei's relationship, and honestly, I could see the potential of this being a romantic relationship. I mean, they just worked very well together, and I actually liked the banter between them, and honestly, I thought they were going to become a couple by the end of the anime, and you know what? I wouldn't have had a problem with it whatsoever, because they worked so well with each other. Hey, to me it doesn't matter. Heterosexual or homosexual, if the relationship is strong and dynamic and I actually feel a connection and I like it, I won't have a problem with it. I'll say, go for it, guys, you rock. And the last thing that I really liked about this anime was its ending. It was really powerful, really touching, and really well done. It ended on such a good note. But with all that good comes the baggage. That's code word for bad. The first and probably biggest issue with this anime is with the main character Haru. He's just not a sympathetic character that you can latch onto and really get invested in. Not only that, he's just not that interesting of a main protagonist. Hell, all the other characters in the anime would have made better protagonists than Haru. I mean, I understand what they were trying to go for. They were trying to go for the cold and distant but very talented main character who has trouble really expressing his emotions, but deep down he truly cares, and he has all these emotions bottled up and they're gonna explode and you're gonna sympathize with them. They got the cold and distant part down packed, but as for the emotional appeal and connecting to him and the sympathetic part, not so much. And while on the subject of characters, all of the female characters in the anime were extremely weak and one-dimensional. I mean, they attempted to do something interesting with Go-chan, where she's trying to rekindle a relationship with her brother, but even in that, they don't really build a strong relationship between her and her brother Rin. I never felt a connection between them, and she is such a shallow character, just being mesmerized whenever she would see man pecs or triceps or biceps, just like, oh my god, that's so beautiful, gorgeous, oh, which might actually be an accurate representation of their female demographic. There were some side stories in the anime, particularly in the second season, that I felt like were completely unnecessary and just ruined the overall flow of the main narrative. Like, there's this one story in the second season that deals with one of the members of the Iwatobi swim club who is dealing with an issue, and it's later resolved at the end of the anime. I just felt like it was unnecessary as a side story. It doesn't really lead to much. Another major issue with this anime is that although the melodrama was handled very well, I just felt like it really took away from the sports element of this anime. Like, it doesn't feel like a sports anime with some drama in it. It feels more like a drama anime with some sports element in it. Like, if you were to do a ratio of drama scenes to sports scenes, the drama scenes would win by a landslide. And the last issue that I have with this anime, you might consider this a nitpick and a contradiction at the same time, considering what I said earlier, but considering that I kind of understood what the creators were going for, it's just that the direction that they took with portraying this, it just didn't come off right, and it kind of gave mixed signals. And that is the whole homoerotic vibe throughout the entire anime. I mean, the way that the characters would talk to each other and the way that they would yell at each other, it just doesn't really feel like what characters would do, especially given this situation. And again, I understood what the creators were trying to emphasize, and that was the raw emotion and intensity in these scenes to show the turmoil in their friendship and how they're trying to rekindle it. It's just their approach didn't make it seem like there was a lot of tension in their friendship, but rather some sexual tension that just wasn't being addressed. I mean, there would be scenes where they would pin guys to the wall and just be like really up in their face, just like, you don't understand, man, you've never been there for me. And it just, I was waiting for them to like kiss each other, because that was what the vibe I was getting from this scene. Like, it was just something that you would see in like a romance anime. And honestly, that wouldn't have been a problem to me. I don't have a problem with characters having a homosexual relationship in an anime. Hell, I just said that I would have definitely loved to have seen Nagisa and Rei end up as a couple by the end of the anime. It's just, I know that wasn't their intention. Their intention was to show the turmoil in a friendship, but instead it just felt like just these unrequited sexual tensions that have been building up for years and years and years. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that got that vibe from this anime. I'm pretty sure many of you have gotten that as well. But this next thing is a nitpick, and that's the fact that I wish we could have saw more swimming events. I mean, we didn't really get a lot of them in the anime, and we didn't really get to see other teams in the anime as well. You know, I just got back from seeing Kuroko no Basket that had multiple teams with different personalities. In this anime, you only get 2 teams, and it kind of got really repetitive to see the same 2 people kind of challenging each other. I would have loved to see like other characters challenge our main characters, or they have to face a new foe. That would have been interesting, but they kind of just kept it really centered on these 2 characters, and it just really bothered me. But overall, even with all its flaws, I still had fun with Free. It's a solid anime for sure, and I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's an enjoyable anime, and if you're a fan of sports animes, especially if you're into swimming, I say give this anime a watch. But anyway, what did you guys think of this anime? Did you really enjoy it? Did you get a kick out of it? Did you love the fan service? Or were you just like, I didn't really care for it, it's kind of boring, and I couldn't stand the drama, and the fan service annoyed me to death? And let me know, what is a homosexual relationship that you wish would have happened in an anime? Comment below and let me know. And until the next video comes, guys, if you would like to be a part of the Black Critic crew and not miss out on a single video on this channel, please hit that subscribe button below, like this video if you really enjoyed it, and I'm Tony Wally II, the competitive diver known as the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube.